live. I want to welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. And as I always start off every time, I got these dream loops right here, and I want to play them because you know what? These are NFTs, and this is my intro music, and it kind of gets me up and going. So you know what? Why not just crank away at it? You know. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's some Electro Lab, some Dream Loops. We're playing some live action for you. It's Crypto Nova welcoming all my aliens, apes, and zombies. Thank you for tuning in. Lastrom, how are we doing, my friend? I know that you're busy out there. I hope that you're working hard. I know that you got a lot of things going on. We have a lot of things going on today with some friends back at it. But first, back at it with these AR filters. Our Discord is absolutely blowing up with people who want AR filters for their NFTs. So if you want to hop on it, there is a list. Man, that list, it's kind of long right now. But we're actually going to try to get some more developers developing some of these AR filters so we can get out to the people who need them so you can make a name or a voice for yourself. And right there, you'll go into the filter request right there. Ooh, I already have a little tag up there that someone needs some help. So I'll have to hit up that. But that's Electro Labs that I was playing before. I want to give them a shout out for my dream loops that I'm playing. But back here again is we have some friends from Society of the Hourglass, and the content is now going to be written because you guys were holding off a little bit last time. I was remembering, like maybe it was around turkey time, where we were. I don't know if you guys were waiting for the right time to get your project off the ground and going. And here we are tomorrow for the what is it? Is it the pre-sale or the whitelisting tomorrow? And then in 2 days on January 4th, we are going to be live action where you're going to be able to be minting these Society of Hourglass. How are we doing, gentlemen? How are we doing today? Josh, we have you back again. And then Joe, I know that you're ready to do some speaking here because you've been on the circuits round and round this whole week, including today. How
Yes,
are
sir.
you, guys?
Things are going great. We're excited. Thanks for having us on.
Yes, yes. I appreciate you guys coming on. And let's see if we got this streaming on both thises and that's. And what do we have going on tomorrow for you guys? I mean, it's a big day. You guys want to get minting. I know you guys want to get minting because you guys want to get onto the larger picture that you guys have further down the road. But right now, we got to build this thing up a little bit. So we have some folks ready and knocking at the doors that we're seeing right now that are tuning in, that are chiming in. So what do we have going on? How can people get into this pre-sale starting tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, 10 p.m. UTC, which is 4 p.m. Central, to make it a little bit easier, is when pre-sale opens. We're going to run pre-sale for 24 hours. So public sale will start on the 4th at the same time. Yeah, we're super excited. We've been, like you said, we've been building this for a few months now. We've got a Mint Pass collection called the Cabinet of Curiosities. It's out on OpenSea right now. We've been just steadily and organically building our community, and we've got some really, really cool stuff going on in Discord and on Twitter. I can't remember where we were at the last time we were on here, but we've got a lot of stuff going on, and I'll let Josh kind of chime in and add flavor here as well. But so the Society of the Hourglass, if I zoom out for a minute, is really what we're building is a narrative universe. We're building a Web3 entertainment brand. We're starting with an NFT collection. We believe wholly in what Web3 is and stands for. We believe it's here to stay. And so we want to use this collection as our entry point, and not only into Web3, but to bring new people in. So we're working on an illustrated book that every holder of our collection is going to get a copy of. There's going to be a chance to get your NFTs included in the book, which will be a lot of fun. It's going to be a seek and find, like Where's Waldo style. So it's going to be really, really cool, but it's going to be narrative based. Our community is helping to create that narrative and the lore. we've got a media partner, Jump Cut, who we've signed on with to help us produce an animated series that we're really, really excited about. We've talked a lot about this over the last few months, but the kind of short version is we don't want to do anything unless we feel like we have something unique and valuable to bring to the table. And so when we made this connection with Jump Cut, it really aligned with their vision to bring Web3 to Hollywood. They really fell in love with the story and the universe that we're building. So we're like, oh, we should definitely team up on this. And that team, like, they've got a ton of experience. They've sold shows into Netflix and Disney Plus. They've worked with Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment, and just a really, really impressive list of experience on their side. So having them in our corner, working with our community to build out the lore that will then affect the series and the books. And we just announced a couple of days ago, we're also doing an on-chain game. Chapter 1 is going to be coming later this month, kind of as a fast follow to our first mint here. So yeah, we're super excited. The pre-sale, like I mentioned, starts tomorrow, and right now we're busy getting people everything they need to be ready for that, so that we can, kind of look up from mint and then really focus on building for the long term, because this is something we want to be doing in 5, 10, 15 years from now and more. So lots of fun stuff going on.
Joe,
Josh,
Joe, that's what I love to see, is that you guys are spacing it out and doing it right. I remember just falling in love with it prior, like just thinking of, like, I don't want to say the Where's Waldo aspect of it, but the Where's Waldo aspect.
I mean, it's real, right? Yeah. Who doesn't
you're looking, and not only that, but like you're seeking and looking for your own NFT, which is just brilliant, because that's like kind of what people want. They want to have they want to have their NFT out there. They want to have it be seen. They want to have it be known. And then with all of that, added on top of it, you have the books, the animated series, and it's all pretty much driven by the community. And with that community, and this totally surprised me, is the amount of followers you guys had compared to last time that we had. And it's just the upsurge. And you guys waited for the right time on this, because, you could have launched it when we first met, and you guys are like, we're going to slow down. We're going to take our time. We want to build the community up a little bit. We do have some things we want to work on. So tell us a little bit about the minting process and then the pre-sale tomorrow. Who is eligible for the pre-sale? How do we get to this pre-sale? And, a little, maybe another tidbit or two.
Yeah, Josh, do you want to maybe share about HashQ and the minting process there? And I can kind of share some of the ways to get involved in pre-sale.
Yeah, I mean,
we got Cardio Josh right now. How are we doing?
Dude, how am I doing?
Yep.
Living good, man. I'm laying in bed, hanging out with you guys right now.
Life is awesome.
I'll tell you, we've been on a grind to QA all of the visual aspects. So I've literally camped out in the guest bedroom in my house just to like crank on this till the wee hours of the morning. Because I just want to make sure everything is as tight as it can be. And we can even maybe at some point here screen share some fun HashQ tooling, like the product that allowed us to build our generative characters might be fun to look at. But yeah, I mean, the mint tomorrow, you asked, how do you get pre-sale? If you go to societyofthehourglass.com, click register, we're actually continuing to do raffles for pre-sale access. We've been doing 10 a day. There'll be a few, we're going to dial up the velocity of that, maybe not the count, at leading into tomorrow. So, if you want to get a shot at pre-sale right now, click on register to mint. That will take you to our HashQ platform. So this is a platform we built to, oh, look at you. Yeah, you do have to log in. Yeah. But if you go there, you log in, you sign up, you register to mint, and then you get entered into this raffle, and you could be assigned pre-sale access, and you will get an email notifying you that you've been given pre-sale access.
That is beautiful. And it is, you guys can see it, societyofthehourglass.com, societyofthehourglass.com right there. And, this is awesome. This is really cool stuff. And I saw also the huge growth in Discord on this as well. They're going to be unique one-of-one art pieces. You want to talk a little bit about the art? I know because I've had you guys on the stream before, but maybe there's going to be some people that are brand new listening to this. So tell us a little bit about this society of what's going on here.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, this is a really good image to be looking at for anyone that's on the live stream. So there are a few different aspects to the collection. One is we've got the characters that we call the stewards. So these are the members of the society that have always kind of been running it behind the scenes throughout time. We have the competitors, which are people competing to join the society. And stewards and competitors in our collection are actually based off of real historical figures. So we've got people like Leonardo da Vinci and Mary Anning and lots of other names that you may or may not know. But then the majority of the collection is generative, and it's our citizens. If you look at this spread right here, the citizens are based off of 12 different base body styles. So we've got different classifications, different shapes. Where that becomes really interesting is when you see these kind of lined up in the context of the entire collection, it makes the whole collection look like it's all one-of-ones versus a generative collection, that all the different characters are different sizes, different shapes, they're positioned and looking different directions. All the traits are different. We may have some traits that are the same across all of them, but they have to be drawn for each body type. And so it creates this really, really visually diverse collection that we're really excited about and we think is really unique in the space. Most collections are using like a single character base as the foundation for the collection. That's just not the case here. So minting is going to get you a shot at getting a steward or a competitor or one of these citizens. We've also got a character we call Nigel. He's our robot assistant. He's going to be available exclusively. That's him right there. He's going to be available exclusively through one of our Mint Pass. One of our Mint Passes is a raffle ticket for him. There's only 10 of him in the entire collection. So lots of people are really excited about trying to score a Nigel. He's the personality that's going to be running our game that I mentioned earlier. He's kind of the persona behind all of our Discord bots and things like that. So we've been giving Nigel a personality over the past few months as we've been building the collection, which has been a lot of fun.
This is awesome. This looks so neat. There's so many additions that are just adding on to this over and over again. Speaking of additions, right now we have friend Chris popping in. Chris, how have we been? We're catching right up to speed with almost right where we left off with, where you guys were. You're just waiting for the time is right, and the time is right now. And we're showing people that are new to the process. This is what we want to onboard new people to the process. We want to show them how it is, how unique it is compared to any other projects out there. And with that, we're seeing individual art, but not only that, the art that is driven through the community of what they want to do with that, how the story is going to be told, how the book, is going to be published before, who's going to add their pieces into it. So Chris, what piece do you add to this puzzle for everyone that's just tuning in right now?
You're talking from thanks for having us again. You're talking from a team perspective?
Yeah, correct. From a team's perspective. This is the second time that you've been on, and you've talked about this prior, and you were kind of putting the tentacles out there and kind of putting the feelers out there when you first were on the show of when was the best approach, when was the best time, and you guys are figuring this out because I've seen it. We've seen with the growth of the Discord, the community, which is a huge aspect, and then obviously with the Twitter followers.
Yeah, my role, I think, is helping stitch together all the creative side of things. My old roommate Mike is the artist, and he's awesome. And my job is to help support him, the art team that we've built around him, plus also take things from the phase of art creation to then upload and creation within the tool that we've purpose built for this, for building NFTs and having procedurally generated characters. And so you can do all the layer stacking and also do the probabilities and percentages so we can get the right mix that also outputs the metadata. So Matt, who's our amazing wizard of a technologist, has built just a ton of stuff, and we're using that now. So we're in the throes of finishing up our characters. Since we have, Joe's probably already touched on them, like the main competitors, but then we have the generated citizens that they interact with. So we're in the process of finishing them.
Chris, I didn't know if you were on because you're busy, and I kind of know how it is because I see people at their best and their worst in my position. I get to sit here as a fan enjoying this. You guys are working your tails off. All my aliens, apes, and zombies are working my tails off. So I see the developers with lack of sleep. I see the programmers still putting in the last finishing touches on it. And I see, bottom line, hardworking people trying to make their fans happy. That's the biggest thing. And that's what you guys have talked about and tried to achieve since day one. That's why I want to have you guys back on and talk about it with you guys on this. So we've seen the citizens right here, very unique. And I see like different hand placements, up, down, different body positionings, like you guys said, looking at different directions. So when you are looking through you say it find and seek or seek and find?
Seek and find.
Seek and find. When you're looking through the seek and find, it's going to be very hard to find your distinct NFT or whatever's highlighted within the hidden pages of the Society of the Hourglass. But it is the teaching aspect of it, not only from onboarding people, which is very important, but also the historical with your guys' competitors, where you're not taking the maybe popular or premier or the golden child of history. You're taking the ones that are historically known in the history books but not known maybe in our cultures, I should say. Maybe a little touch based on that, where you are branching outside of the normal textbooks for the competitors that you guys are entering into the society.
Yeah, Chris probably has really good things to say about this too, because he's been a driving force behind a lot of that. But you're exactly right. It was really important to us to not only tell interesting stories, but also lesser known stories. We've been really, really intentional about trying to build a really, really diverse and inclusive collection in a lot of different ways. And the stories and the competitors and stewards that we've chosen is one way of doing that. We have, I think, a good mix of pretty well-known characters like Leonardo da Vinci and Tesla and others, as well as some that aren't nearly as well-known, especially in Western cultures, to your point. So it's been interesting. Like Chris and I were actually on a Spaces earlier talking about this exact thing, and like the notion of being able to kind of pull stories from these people that actually existed, like in a way they already have their lore kind of established, and trying to find the right stories to tell in the context of what we're doing, and also learning where to lean in and maybe take some creative liberties and embellish and add to, because we're telling the story of time travel.
Wait, creative abilities there, Joe. I thought you guys did try time travel to the Mars Base 7, and you guys were able there. And I thought you did try time travel back to the Ice Ages to get historical reference of who's putting those cave drawings up on those walls.
That's all. Those details are going to be released in a later chapter of the game. We'll reveal the secrets of actual time travel.
I love it because you got to have fun with it. And I was actually just thinking about that. I'm like, wait a second, historical figures. Who do you have from the Ice Age? And I was thinking of like Ice Age the movie. I'm like, maybe you had that squirrel that's hunting for that nut. And then Mars Base 7. Like, who do you have that's out there? Real quick, what we have right now is what is it? Sneak Geeks Official is registered right there. We got it registered.
Awesome.
Right here. I'm going to register. I just don't want to put my I don't want to dox myself and put my information out there, but it's easy. I mean, it's a couple clicks. Someone just did it right here as we were just simply waiting and looking at the wonderful team. Here's the art team there. Chris, if you need to get off and get back to work, I get it, but I appreciate, you know, the hard work that you're dumping into these very, very creative masterpieces right here that are going to arc the ages. You know, Chris, what type of historical references did you use from these? Are these things that you've just imagined, things that you pulled from, you know, I don't want to say the old encyclopedia, but, you know, maybe it was something you pulled from the old encyclopedia when you're back in first, second, third grade when you're learning about some of these things.
Yeah, this is very much a team effort, and it's, you know, everybody's working crazy right now, so yeah, it's a lot. But we knew we wanted to do some kind of common themes, like anyone in the time travel. Ancient Rome seems to come up. Makes sense. You'd want to go check out some pirates, probably. So we just kind of picked areas that were interesting. We didn't do some of the obvious ones like ancient Egypt or something else. And then we just said, you know, like we did a 90s yacht club because we wanted something from the 90s. And yeah, we debated different scenarios or different eras and settled on the ones that we thought would be fun to draw, you know. And this is the first book. I have a feeling there will be more. So there is more opportunities to tell more stories and leverage this really interesting universe that we're creating of characters that can then populate and participate. I mean, even to that end, within our current Discord, there's already people making derivative fan art, for example, like Mark, who's in there. He wrote a kind of 10-page story featuring Blackbeard and Harriet Tubman as if it was from a couple chapters of like a young adult novel. It was really good. It's really great. So already people are taking that as inspiration to go and be creative, which is ultimately, to me, the biggest compliment to what we're trying to do, which is like, here's some toys. Let's all play with them together and make some interesting stories and build some narrative universes.
Dude, I'm in your Discord right now. And look, even up there right now, happening right now. You got me going on up there. Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's some cool stuff. You guys got a busy Discord, you know, shooting off right here. Cause I did put something out there right when we went on live, and it's already been passed up right here. And I'm seeing, you know, the strong team up there, the stewards, you got the society mods, and then bam, man, I'm jealous of that list. Woo, that's healthy. Look at you guys.
Yeah, we've seen some really steady and really good growth, especially over the last, you know, couple of weeks as we've gotten closer to mint. So it's been really exciting.
So we got book ideas over here on the left. We got the writer's room over here. You got the library. Man, tassel hats off to you guys. And that's what I personally like doing, you know, with this. Me, I can't keep up with everything in the space. Proper thumbs up right there. It's pretty badass. I can't keep up with everything in the space. So who none better than, you know, talking with the people who are getting down and dirty, getting this stuff live action out to people. When I say live action, I mean, are you guys like 25 hours away here? Something like that. You guys are cutting it close before, and then you guys have the minting in what, like about 50 hours now? We got the countdown. Am I getting you guys scared, a little nervous?
Yeah, I think we probably desensitized ourselves to the fear. We're just ready to go.
We do have a question, and I hate putting people on the spot with the questions. Is there a plan for a roadmap 1.0 for a companion project, or will there be an OG NFT work as a whitelist or a mint pass for future releases? If you don't want to answer that, I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but Remy79 was asking.
No, that's a great question. We don't mind being put on the spot. So I always tell people, if we're scared of answering hard questions, then you should run the other way anyway. But no, it's a great question. I'll let Josh maybe speak to HashQ, because there's some mechanics there and how that works with registering for our mint. To answer specifically the question of plans in the roadmap for a companion project, no, not yet. I mean, that's a conversation we've had internally. Obviously, is like, what do future versions of this story and branches from this narrative universe look like? And obviously, there's a lot of potential there. Right now, our focus is the main collection that we're getting ready to drop. I mentioned we do have our Mint Pass collection, the Cabinet of Curiosities, but everything that we're building narratively right now is kind of centered around this main collection that's getting ready to drop here in a couple of days. Registering and minting, though, does have kind of a long tail benefit that I'll let Josh speak to in the context of HashCoo.
Yeah, crypto. I can't remember if we talked about HashCoo when we were on last time. I know we had Dillip with us, so we spent a good amount of time talking about Jump Cut and kind of Web3 meets Hollywood. But
I remember you guys mentioning HashCoo, but I don't remember anything. So if you want to dive into that, I'm happy to learn.
Yeah. So HashCoo is more than just the registration site where you go and where you and others. I'm just assuming you're going to mint, crypto. So where you and others will go to mint is through HashCoo. So it is a minting tool. It's where we manage all of our pre-sale. It syncs with Discord. There's a back-end administrative side of that. Like all that's kind of boring, but like the exciting part and the kind of the drive behind HashCoo was, let's build a tool that helps creators quickly create and own their own collections. Meaning, like, yeah, you can go onto OpenSea and mint an NFT, but you don't own the contract. Like that contract isn't tied to you as an individual. You're on the shared OpenSea contract. So, in HashCoo, if you launch through HashCoo, you have your own smart contract, and it truly is meant to be all the way from the generative art side. And that's when we came on, like me and Chris and Joe are all in HashCoo right now, QAing tokens, like QAing the visuals of what each individual, art asset will look like, making sure the layers are right. And so you don't even have to be a developer to use HashCoo and create a generative collection. You just need to be a creator who can go create the assets. You upload all your assets into HashCoo, and HashCoo is the tool that you go and do all of the like layering magic, the probability magic. Like you can create different sets and handles all those rules. And then there's like the intent is for you to go from that stage to push button smart contract deployment, and then also this registration step. So it's really the end-to-end experience for a creator who wants
making
to have
your own smart contracts rather than using someone else's. And you're seeing it more and more. People Richard with an E just had a tweet about it, I think last week, saying about that. And that's just kind of the next wave, because smart individuals like yourself know how to do it. And that adds to the experience, because now you're adding a layer of control to it. And less fingers are in there, and the less fingers are in there, the more that you guys know what's going on.
Yeah. So our intent is to, and we've already started this, like we had the Mystic Wizards, they did their mint through HashCoo. We're adding other collections to HashCoo. They will be launching in HashCoo in February and March. There's a few fairly big names we are hoping to lock down in the next few months here, like collections we're excited about. But to answer the question of will OG NFTs work as a mint pass, the Society of the Hourglass is the kind of genesis collection for us, and we'll always get all of the benefits of HashCoo. So that means when there is pre-sale access to be gained through collections that are going through HashCoo, Society of the Hourglass holders will get that pre-sale access. When there are free tokens that we gain through allowing someone to use our tooling, those will get raffled off to Society of the Hourglass holders. So our intent is to continue to push benefits back to the Society of the Hourglass over and over and over again into the future, all through 2022. So, we want to get to a velocity where we're doing 3 to 5 collections a month. Like it will take a couple months to ramp up to that, but we think we'll be there by, the next quarter, let's say that. The benefits will continue to pour into the Society of the Hourglass holders. And that's like ancillary. It's off to the side of what we're actually trying to do with the brand, right? Like that's just something we can do because we have the toolkit that we built alongside the Society of the Hourglass, and now we get to push that value back to this group, the early believers and the people that bought in.
And that's what you want. You want to give it back to the ones that have been there, the foundational pieces. The ones back there in the Ice Age that, started it all off for you guys before you get to that Mars. You take that rocket ship up to Mars. I'm going to let you guys get some rest here in a little bit. So one last round robin for each of you. Anything that you want to say, shout outs, because I know you have a hardworking team. I know we have the minting on the 4th. You can get, where's my little tab right here? You can visit them on Twitter right there. And it also has the link to their website where you can get in there. You can get pre-registered for it, register to mint right there, as we were just talking about the hash coup. Joe, anything else for the good of the order?
Yeah, I think you just hit the really critical parts. I'm super appreciative and grateful for Chris and Josh and Mike and the rest of our team. We've got a killer mod team in Discord that's been really helpful. We're in that phase leading up to Mint where we're seeing more bot attacks and scam attempts, and so we're really doing our best to try and keep the community protected, and that group has been phenomenal for that. And, I would just encourage anyone that's even remotely curious about what we're building and wanting to learn more to jump in Discord. Whether you're a holder or plan to mint or not, we've got lots of fun stuff going on in there that will kind of give you a chance to learn about what we're doing here. And like I said, we're doing this for the long term. So lots of chances to get involved in different ways and ideally join the family starting with pre-sale tomorrow night and the public sale on Tuesday.
You're talking about, bot attacks, and you guys make it when you get bot attacks. You guys know you make it when you have derivative work. You make it when you have trolls just hunting you down. That's when you make it. So keep pressing.
Yeah, I think there's like 5 fake collections up on OpenSea right now that we're working with them to try and get taken down. So I guess if that's a bullish sign, we'll take it. But hopefully we can get them nipped in the bud before anybody gets burned.
Let's get on OpenSea. Let's get that check mark. Let's get that approval, and then you'll just be off to the races. Be verified in there. Hey, Josh, Remy loved your answer from before. It was answered perfectly. It was music to this aliens, apes, or zombies' ears. Any other good music for anyone else's ears that are listening out there, that are looking forward to this drop?
Yeah, I mean, we've been collectors too. That's how we got into the desire to be creators. I mean, we're creators by profession, I guess, in the technology space. But like, what are the things we look for? I'll just say those things. Like, we always look for proven teams. Like, this is an entrepreneurial effort. Like, this is not a something you should take lightly if you're a team looking to create a collection and build a roadmap and go deliver against that roadmap. And we are a proven team of individuals who have worked collectively as a team. In the past, we don't like to brag, I guess. I like to brag, but on behalf of us,
no, you got to do it, man. You should.
We collectively don't like to brag, but like, we've started our own companies. We've had exits out of those companies to private equity. Like, we're not talking small exits. So this is a group of people that is in this because, one, we love Web3. We love the dynamic and the shifts, the paradigm changes that are happening. We want to be on that journey. We're in the new frontier together. It's exciting. It's crazy. It's all those things. But the pump that's happening right now in this space, it's great. Like, I love the energy. It's nice to see the upticks every day, like it was happening back in August and September. I do worry, we go through these ebbs and flows where it pumps up and it comes back down and you lose momentum. It's like, you got to bet on the teams that know how to do this over the long term. We're not in this for a pump. Like, our approach has not been about a pump. The level of intent and the level of art and the level of planning and you don't get a deal signed by Jump Cut Media. You don't bring on an illustrated children's book or a children's book illustrator. You don't have this collection of individuals from our past and our success stories come together to do a pump and dump like this. That's not this. This is long term. We're here for the end game of building a Web3 entertainment brand. So that's what you should be looking for. I would hope. I hope anybody listening gets
I look
that.
for something entertaining that's cool, that is cool, that made by cool people, and it checks off all the boxes right here. And I see how hard you guys have been working at it, you know, being part of the parties, you know, just recently as the first of the year, you know, promoting the space. And, you know, Chris coming back on it again, working hard. Chris, anything for anyone at home before we get you back to, man, the hard work that you guys have all collectively been doing?
Back to the grind. We've got an on-chain game we're working on that's going to be immediately, well, not immediately, but it's soon playable with your characters that you mint. So, one, because we just really want to play games with these cool mechanics that we're building, and also that just having participated in some of those on-chain games, it's like, yeah, this is fun. We should do this. So I'm most excited about that next phase, getting through the mint, seeing what everybody got, seeing what stewards, what competitors, what citizens, and who got the Nigels, because there's only 10 of those, and those are going to people who bought the poster from the mint pass. So that'll be fun to see everybody have a second Christmas and then get to play a real actual on-chain game. And Matt's got some really cool tech he's building and thinking about with that. So that'll drop in the future, not too distant future. Since we're time travelers, we can control that. But anyway, yeah, stick around, hang out.
We will. I want to catch back up with you guys. You know, maybe when those attributes start getting distributed, we can see, you know, who pulled what direction we're going to go, because I want to seek and find what's going to be happening with this. And it seems to, for me, you guys do want to open up this Christmas present the next 2 days and get things going. Like, you guys are looking forward to what's next, but you're still keeping a fine eye on what's now, because you want this thing launched appropriately, properly, in the right hands, because there's so much more afterwards. And you guys alluded to some things in the green room, how you're just so super happy just to kind of waiting to see what's going to be in the future for this NFT. Thank you guys again for coming on. There again, you know, the website, let's pop it up right there. societyofthehourglass.com. You can go right in there and you can register to mint for the pre-sale mint date, which is tomorrow. And then you have the public sale, which opens up on the 4th, which is in 2 days from whenever we are recording this live. I'm gonna chop this up. I want to get it out there so people can see it before it goes out to the public, so we can get more people involved. Thank the three of you. I greatly appreciate you guys coming on. I know you guys have been working hard. You know, for everyone that was listening, for everyone that's going to be watching this later, I greatly appreciate it. We are here with Josh and Chris and Joe, all from the Society of the Hourglass. For all my aliens, apes, and zombies, this is Crypto Novo saying stay positive and love life. Peace.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah,
Thanks, everybody.
Always.
Thanks, Crypto.
Little outro music here.